Have you ever felt so much pain in your body and you wanted to describe the pain you were feeling without saying you were in pain? Well, in today's English lesson, I am going to teach you some phrases that you can use to help enhance your English conversations. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jay and welcome to another episode here on the channel where I have the opportunity to help you to improve your English comprehension, vocabulary, and English fluency. Well, as I'm outside and you can hear the animals and I'm looking at my neighbor's kids playing in the yard. Yeah, it seems like every time I come outside, the animals start making noise. Anyway, let's talk about these few phrases. So earlier this week, I took a trip with my wife and we went to Wisconsin. And while in Wisconsin, we drove down to Chicago and up to Green Bay. We had a great time. But spending so much time in the car driving caused my left leg and my backside to start hurting. And that's why I was inspired to do today's lesson. You hear those mallards? It's about 50 of them. So one way you can describe being in pain is by saying, I'm under the weather. Usually we use this phrase when you are feeling sick. So in my case, I wouldn't use I'm under the weather because I was feeling great, but my leg was just hurting and I could barely walk. So instead of saying I was in pain or I was under the weather, I described my body as aching all over. And sometimes you hear people saying, I'm having aches and pains. So I'm achy all over or I'm aching all over is a great way to describe being in pain. And for the last day and a half, I've barely been able to walk. I had yard work to do and I had to push through the pain in order to get it done. But that's how life is. Sometimes you have setbacks, but you still have to move forward. Another way we describe having pain is by saying something is a pain in the neck. So my leg and my backside hurting was a pain in my neck. Even though my neck wasn't hurting, it was an inconvenience. So when you're in pain or when you're hurting or injured, it can be an inconvenience or a pain in the neck. So it was a pain in my neck to have an achy leg because I did a lot of walking at the airport. Okay. Another way you can describe being in pain is by saying you're sore to the bone. And that described me. Oh, I was sore to the bone. And while I'm recording, I have one of the ducks that I feed. I mean, he's walking right here. He's literally 2 feet from me. And I hope he doesn't start quacking and charging me because I don't have any food for him. But that third way, again, is simply to say you're sore to the bone, okay? Shoveling snow makes you sore to the bone. Driving for 13 hours makes you sore to the bone. That's a great way to describe feeling pain in your body. Finally, now this one you would use when really you're about to die. Or at least you feel like you're about to die. And we say, I'm on my last leg. And literally, I was on my last leg because one was working properly and the other one was aching in pain. So when you're on your last leg, you're telling someone that I'm doing the best I can despite the pain that I am experiencing. I am really on my last leg. So my wife would say, could you run me to the store? And I would say, look, girl, I'm on my last leg. I'm not feeling too well. Okay. Can you go by yourself? Or if someone from the job called and said, can you come in for work? Nope, not today. I'm on my last leg. So these are 5 ways that you can describe being in pain: feeling under the weather, aching all over, a pain in the neck, sore to the bone, and on my last leg. Well, I don't know if you guys heard the duck quacking, but he was just quacking at me. Sounded like he was choking. Anyway, I want you to check out what one of my subscribers said. Here's a comment that they made. They said, in your videos, you are always smiling and laughing. Keep up the great job. And I responded to them, hey, life should be about having fun. If you can't smile and laugh throughout life, I mean, what are you really doing? Even when life gets difficult and mistakes are made, we should always find a time to smile and laugh, because I believe that laughter does a person well, just like medicine. Well, that's going to do it for today's lesson. I hope I have helped you with some English that you can use in real life. I do have a playlist of many of my English lessons. You can check those out down in the description of today's lesson. Be sure to leave me a comment about what you have learned, and hopefully I'll read it on my next English lesson. Until then, enjoy your day, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson.